Hey everyone, today I'm going to be doing a video on how to switch your dog from one dog food to another. Most people out there, they find a dog food that their dog likes, be it multiple different flavours of the same brand or like one big bag of nuts or kibble that they have, and the dog will stay on that food for the majority of their life. So if you're trying to switch your dog onto a new type of food, you can really badly upset their stomach and they can have loose stools, vomiting, they can just be unwell, they can refuse to eat, they can lose weight. So you want to very gradually reduce their food of one type and start increasing the food of the second type. Don't ever just start a brand new food from scratch, just full bowl of new food and leave it at that, because the dog will suffer for a while from upset stomach or loose stools, diarrhea, you're going to have accidents in the house maybe, stuff like that. You don't want to risk it, you don't want to make them miserable. In a recent video, I did a review and unboxing of Butternut Box, which is a brand of food that I really want Beauty to have. I just think it'd be a lot more interesting than her current food, which is just plain nuts or kibble from a brand called Gain we have in Ireland, made by Glanbia. For Beauty's size, age and weight, she should be eating one entire packet of this food per day. So realistically, you can either give an entire one in one go, or because she's diabetic, I like to give her 2 meals in the day, maybe 3, just so that it's more even, so that she doesn't end up with one part of the day with very high sugar and the rest of it just teetering off. Is teetering the right word? Maybe. Just sort of reducing throughout the day. So I've decided I'm going to have her have the 2 meals, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this food in half and then in half again. So instead of getting half this packet in the morning and half in the evening, she's going to get 1/4 of this food in the morning and then the other quarter in the evening. And instead of having her go hungry because of the fact that there's not enough food in that, the other half of her meal is going to be made up of the nuts that she already has. So just to simplify it a bit, instead of having a full packet of wet food or a full measurement in the cup of dry food, she's going to have half of a thing of wet food and half of her cup of dry food per day. So because of the fact that I want to give her 2 meals in the day, she's going to have 1/4 of the entire packet of the wet food in the morning, along with 1/4 of an entire day's worth of dry nuts in the morning, and then the exact same in the evening. So altogether she's had half of her amount of meat, half of her amount of nuts, which altogether makes a whole. So she's had her entire meal, it's just half and half of each one. If you've got a very sensitive dog that has a very easily upset stomach, you can half that again. So half the new food, but increase the old food. So instead of having 1/4 of the entire thing of meat, you'd have 1/8 of the entire thing of meat. And then instead of having 1/4 of the old dry food, you would have the remainder to make it a whole meal, minus 1/8 of the dry food. If you notice that your dog is getting any sort of allergies, like hives on their skin, bumps underneath their hair that you can see very clearly, they're having rashes around their nose and mouth, if they've got redness between their paws and they're constantly licking at them, it may be that something in the new food is just not agreeing with them. So I would suggest going to a vet at that point. If you happen to have the Butternut Box, you can actually, they have a 24-hour vet on call that you can talk to online, so you can also go through there. And then the vet can tell you whether or not it's an allergy with the new food that you need to stop altogether, or if it's just a thing that you're taking it too fast and you need to slow down a bit. I ordered a 2-week box, but because I'm only using half the amount because I'm also putting in the old food, this box is going to last me for a month. So a month from now, after I've done this, if her poops are okay, if she's not getting sick, if she doesn't show any allergies, she's scratching in the background, I don't know if you can hear that, then I will continue and I will buy more of this food, and instead of giving 1/4 per meal, which is same as 2/8, I'm going to up it to 3/8. And I'm just going to continue doing that for another month or so, and then after that month I'm going to start her on purely the new food, where she gets a half tray in the morning and a half tray in the evening, and we'll see how she goes. Just make sure that you're not rushing into the new food, take it as slowly as your dog needs you to, and you will be completely fine. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll do my best to help. If I wasn't quite clear on the measurements, let me know and I'll do my best to help. And thank you very much for watching.